Hello and thank you. Hello and welcome to Progressive Soup. My name is Emily Volpin-Testa. Thank you for joining us. Today, our guest is Stavros Mastrogiannis. He is a specialist in weight loss, sustainable weight loss. And he said before we have our soup bowls, but he said, do not eat soup if you are not hungry. So
that's right.
So tell us about who you are and what brought you to where you are today as a sustainable weight loss specialist.
Well, originally I was born in Greece.
Okay.
I moved here at the age of 15. And originally I went to school for culinary arts. I graduated from the CIA.
Okay.
The way I ended up becoming a personal trainer and then eventually a sustainable weight loss specialist was actually in my own efforts to get in shape. I realized that trainers don't understand me. Because the fact is, I don't like exercising.
Right.
I'm like most people, I really do not like exercising.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, I enjoy my devil dogs and my cookies. And trying to get in shape for myself, I realized that trainers don't understand me. They were giving me workouts that I could not sustain. I'm sure, if you use a trainer, you will go to a trainer that will tell you all the reasons why you should be exercising, like we don't know the reasons,
Right.
And they'll inspire you and they'll give you this very long, intense routine because they tell you, no pain, no gain.
Right, of course.
I would do it for a month or two and then fall off the wagon.
Right.
And then I would try it again and fall off the wagon.
Right.
And every time I would go to a trainer, get advice from books, they were giving me routines that was impossible for me to maintain. And then, so I started kind of experimenting my own way. So I started doing my own reading and say, okay, how can I get in shape?
Right.
Because obviously the current methods of getting in shape were not working on me. And I also realized that it wasn't just not working on me, it was not really working on anyone. I don't know if you know the statistics.
Right.
Over 95% of the people who lose weight gain it back.
Of course, that was me at one time. Yeah.
People. You get motivated. You get inspired.
Yeah.
You follow some diet. You follow some exercise program. You might follow it for a month, 2 months, 3 months.
Exactly.
And then you fall off the wagon.
Right, because you had said once that if results was enough of a motivation, then losing weight was a motivation, then everyone would lose weight and stay that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you hear that a lot. Like, once people see results, they'll be motivated enough to keep going. Well, again, going back to me getting into shape.
Right.
I will get results from the trainers. Not like they gave me bad advice.
Right.
But apparently it wasn't good enough to keep me motivated.
Right.
And I kept burning out and burning out. And I realized that something's wrong here.
Right.
Something majorly wrong. And also I noticed that healthy regions, including the one I was raised on in Greece, that a lot of the advice we're getting in nutrition, a lot of the advice we're getting in exercising, like, you must do at least 20 minutes of aerobics to get benefits, or that you must get your heart rate over 60% of your max.
Right, exactly, yeah.
We didn't follow any of those rules.
Wow, no, it's true.
And yet, we had very long lifespans. The average 80 and 90-year-old person, at the time I lived there in Greece in the 80s, lived independently, no medication.
Wow.
The average person, there were 350 kids in my school, literally 3 kids were overweight.
Right.
And none of us follow any of those rules.
It's true.
And I started realizing, wait a minute, something's wrong here with this picture. And what I realized was, who becomes a personal trainer? Who joins the fitness industry?
Right.
People that love exercising.
Yeah.
The problem with those people, again, I'm sure they mean well, they don't understand the average person who does not love exercising. And I was one of them.
Wow. Yeah.
And I realized that although they meant well, they gave me advice that for them that felt good. They tell you, like, don't you feel good after done exercising? Not really.
No, yeah.
I couldn't wait to be done.
Get those endorphins pumping and
So what's the alternative?
Yeah.
And I realized what we need to do is we need to develop habits. And again, I look in Greece, right?
Yeah.
We walked a lot. People walked naturally.
Right.
We didn't walk though to be in shape. We didn't walk to lose weight.
No,
we
it's true.
walked because we had to get from point A to point B.
Exactly. No, even in Italy too. I'd spent time in Italy, and at night after dinner, people just walked in the street as a social thing. It was like to see and be seen, socialize.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, so walking and even I rode a bicycle.
Yep.
You know, it's just about getting from point A to point B, and
Exactly.
so I understood.
Or
Yeah.
walk to get from point A to point B.
Yep.
Or walking was a social thing.
Right,
In other words,
exactly.
we did the same thing in Greece. After
Yeah.
dinner, at night, we'll walk back and forth on the street.
Yeah.
Same thing with eating.
Yeah.
We didn't eat a diet high in fruits and vegetables because we wanted to be healthy.
Right.
We ate that way because that's the way we ate.
Right, exactly.
So the point here is that all the things that we did
Right.
that kept us in shape
Right.
were habitual.
Yes.
I mean, think about it.
Right.
What are the things that you do most consistently on a daily basis, right? You comb your hair.
Yeah.
I assume you comb your hair.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth. You know, you do those
Floss.
things. Floss, exactly. But you do those things not because you have to. It's just a habit. You don't even think about it.
No, it's true.
You get up in the morning, you comb your hair, you brush your teeth. You don't go to sleep the night before saying, "Oh, I have to comb my hair tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it."
No, it's true.
No, exactly. You do it. And then, flossing, you tell me how much you floss.
Yeah.
And that is the problem,
Right.
is that if you look at routines today,
Right.
they require motivation for you to go exercise. Why? Because it's so intense,
Right.
it's impossible to make
Right.
a routine.
Exactly.
So my advice to my clients always has been, the first step, the first goal actually
Right.
of an exercise program is to develop the exercise habit.
Yeah.
Once you develop the habit,
Right.
that's when you push to get the results you want. So, and that's the approach I started taking for myself, and I realized this is really working. Now,
Wow.
I mean, I give you my flossing story,
Right. Right.
and I've said it before, and flossing, I was getting annoyed with myself.
Right.
Because I'm trying to get people to exercise regularly,
Right.
and I couldn't even get myself to floss, which how long does it take? A couple of minutes?
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I did a lot of my research. That was like 10, 15 years ago. And, I would go to my dentist. My dentist would tell me I'm not flossing enough, would give me all the reasons why I should be flossing.
Right. Right.
I would get inspired. I would floss for a couple of weeks, and I fall off the wagon.
Right.
And the process repeated. So finally, I'm like, okay, I got to do something about this. I said, otherwise, I feel like a hypocrite. I'm trying to get people to exercise, which takes a lot longer than flossing.
Right. Right.
So I came up with the idea to stop flossing one tooth.
A day.
A day, same tooth actually.
Right.
Up, down, done.
Okay.
Of course, I was telling my dentist what I was doing, and his reaction was, Stavros, you're not flossing.
Right. Right.
You're doing only one tooth.
Right.
I said, I'm not trying to floss.
Right.
I said, I'm trying to develop the habit of picking up the string every night.
Yes.
Step number one. Forget the results I'm trying to achieve.
No, it's true.
And you can think about it the same way in exercising. Most people push themselves and get results.
Right.
But the problem is, if you don't have the habit, by pushing yourself, you end up burning out anyway.
No, it's true.
So it took me, I was at 4 or 5 weeks. And it got to a point after 4 or 5 weeks that I started flossing more and more teeth.
Wow.
After a while, I was flossing every tooth. As a matter of fact, now, I floss every day,
Yeah.
every night. I don't even think about it anymore.
Right.
The only time I miss flossing is when I run out of floss, but I blame my wife for that.
Right.
But don't tell anyone. She does the shopping. But it's just a habit. I don't think about it anymore.
No, it's true.
And I've taken the same approach to exercising, and voila, all of a sudden,
No.
exercising, it's just a habit.
Right.
You do without thinking.
Right,
And I've
right.
used the same approach with my clients, like one step at a time.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the thing that we need to overcome is impatience. Everybody wants results by tomorrow.
No, it's true.
But my question to people is this: what is the point of losing weight fast if you're going to gain it back?
Right, exactly. And even more sometimes.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because you're so burnt out, you don't want to go to the
Right.
gym again.
It's true.
And the same, and then that's how my approach slowly, again, is trying to get in shape for myself. I end up developing these approaches. And by the way, back in 1992, it's the year I got into the fitness industry. I decided,
Okay.
I had passion I'm like, wow, I really understand people that want to get in shape, because I'm one of those people. And I made the switch, I got certified, and I made the switch from cooking into fitness.
Right.
And over the years, I've been in the business for over 22 years, I developed my method to what it is today.
Right, right.
And also, I think my upbringing in Greece actually gave me the insight that, unfortunately, a lot of fitness professionals don't have.
No, it's
because, unlike other fitness professionals who have studied healthy regions, who have studied fitness,
Right.
I lived it firsthand.
No, it's true.
I had an upbringing in a healthy region,
Right, of course.
and I learned firsthand what people that live in healthy regions live like, how they eat.
Yeah.
And I started to apply the same things with my clients here. But the key thing is one step at a time. And
Right.
same thing with diet.
Right.
I mean, look at diets.
No, it's true.
Even good diets. I mean, there's a lot of diets out there I agree with,
Right.
what they're trying to teach. But the problem is that they're trying to change overnight.
No, it's true.
You know, they're trying to take you from eating the world's worst diet
Right.
to all of a sudden eating the world's best diet.
Right. Yeah.
And
No.
you know, it can't. If it was that easy to change, all you have to do is
Right.
read one of those. I think there's over 10,000 books out there on weight loss and diet.
No, it's true.
We should be the fittest nation in the world, and we're not.
No, in fact, you said, according to your research, with all the money being spent in this industry, the situation's getting worse, not better.
Exactly.
You know, it's an actual industry now. You know, weight loss industry, and
Because in 1992, that's the year I got into the weight loss business.
Right.
We were spending over $30 billion a year on weight loss products and services.
Right.
And during that time, the average weight in America was going up 1 to 2 pounds a year. Today, we're spending over $60 billion.
Right.
And guess what? Our weight is still going up.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was reading the other day that if we continue at the same trend as we are today,
Right.
by the year, I think it was 2030, if I'm not mistaken, over 50% of the U.S. population will be obese.
Wow.
And
Right.
and I don't see a change coming.
No, it's true.
So I'm trying to become that change. I'm trying to, and that's why I specialize in sustainable weight loss, because the way I approach weight loss is first I'm trying to change people's behaviors,
Right.
you know, change their habits. So, because the bottom line is this, by the way, if you want to keep the weight off
Right.
after you lose it,
Yes.
whatever you did to lose the weight
Right.
has to become habitual.
Right.
Because if
Yes.
it doesn't become habitual, I don't care what results you get.
Right. Exactly.
You will quit.
Yeah.
So the question I always ask people, actually here's a good way to judge if with a particular program you'll be able to keep the weight off. Ask yourself this question.
Okay.
Let's say you went on a diet, and the diet is asking you to count calories, okay?
Right.
Can you see yourself counting calories for the rest of your life?
No.
Exactly.
Right.
Most people cannot.
No, it's true.
So
Right.
the fact is, if you cannot, I guarantee you that yes, you will lose weight,
Right.
but sooner or later you're going to gain it back because sooner or later you're going to get sick of counting calories
Yep.
and stop. Or other exercise programs that I see on TV advertised that they promote this 30, 40, 1 hour, very intense workout.
Yeah, like the insanity
yeah,
workout.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now-
You kill yourself. Yeah.
Are they effective? Absolutely, they're
Right.
effective. But how long can you keep that up?
No, I know.
So as soon as you stop it, you gain the weight back because it's very hard to develop habits with such a high intensity workouts.
No, it's true.
You know, and I have nothing against them, by the way. I mean, to me, insanity workout, those kind of workouts are fun to do once in a while if that's what you enjoy.
Right, right, yeah. Some
Personally,
people,
I don't enjoy them, but I have clients that like them, and I have nothing
Right.
against them. But the base of your whole exercise routine should not be those workouts.
right, no,
So to me, you should develop habits that keep you in shape, and if you enjoy those kind of things, by all means,
no.
you know, do them.
No, I mean, I know in the past, if I worked with trainers, I would end up getting burnout, or I would end up hurting myself, and then I would stop exercising.
Yeah.
And then you stop exercising, and then I wouldn't lose weight, and it was just very confusing because I'd think, you know, I'm working so hard, why am I not losing weight?
Yeah. Well,
And then you just get frustrated and give up, and you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
The another point I want to bring up on especially diets.
Right.
You know, I'm sure you've heard of how healthy the Mediterranean diet is.
Yes, yes.
There's been a lot of books written about them, a lot of research. And the interesting thing about it is that, I guess I was raised on the Mediterranean diet.
Right.
I was raised on the Greek island. And all the research that I've read on it have missed a major point about the way that we ate in Greece and in Italy.
Right.
Is that we, on average, ate twice a day.
Right.
Okay, and the one
Yes.
thing that was drilled into our heads by our parents was make sure you don't ruin your appetite before
Right.
lunch or
Right.
before dinner, before a meal.
Right.
It was drilled like we have to make sure let our bodies go hungry before we ate.
Yes.
And I haven't really seen any research to talk about the fact that we allow our bodies to go hungry before
Right.
we ate. I mean, here
Right.
we're promoting this idea that, you gotta have breakfast, you gotta have
Right.
lunch, you gotta have dinner, you gotta
Right.
have your snacks.
Yep. No, it's true.
And have you ever heard of a nutritionist, or a diet mentioned that make sure you're hungry before you eat?
No.
You hardly ever hear that.
No, it's true.
And to me, that's the most important thing
Yeah.
or habit somebody can develop is learn to identify true hunger and eat because of it.
Right, exactly.
I remember as a kid, we ate, I don't remember, I think it was around 1:30, 2 o'clock we ate lunch.
Right.
And my mother always told us, make sure you're hungry when you come home, you don't ruin your appetite.
Right.
In Greece, by the way, the school did not have lunch breaks.
Okay.
Basically, we had a 10-minute period free period between classes.
Okay.
And the school sold snacks. And
Right.
if you would like to eat something, you could buy a little snack and eat it.
Right.
Now, if I hadn't eaten by 12 o'clock noon, even if I was hungry,
Right.
I wouldn't dare eat.
Wow.
Because I knew at 1:30, 2 o'clock I had to be home, and I better be hungry when I got home.
Right.
And guess what? I didn't care what my mother cooked.
Wow.
Because something wonderful happens when you're hungry.
You eat anything.
Exactly. And here we're promoting it. I see a lot of nutritionists promoting this idea that you shouldn't let your body go hungry.
No, it's true.
To me, the best thing you can do for your body,
Yeah.
let it go hungry.
No, it's true.
A lot of good things happen to your body by allowing it to go hungry.
Yeah, like even in women's magazines, they say, don't, your body goes into starvation mode and it holds on to fat because it thinks you're going to be starving.
Yeah,
I mean, they tell you the contrary.
Exactly.
Right.
And the fact is this, that starvation mode, okay, your body doesn't go into starvation mode if you don't eat more than 3 or 4 days.
Right,
Okay?
right.
Just because you missed a meal,
Right.
your body's gonna shut down. As a matter of fact, actually, prolonged periods without food,
Right.
meaning 16 hours or more, okay, your body actually becomes more efficient in using fat.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, I was reading a research that your metabolic rate actually goes up 3 to 5% by allowing your body to go hungry.
huh.
And as a matter of fact, there's all these other wonderful things that happen to your body by allowing more than 16 hours without food. Matter of fact, your body becomes more sensitive to a hormone called leptin. I hope I'm pronouncing correctly.
Right.
That hormone basically tells your brain that you're
Right.
full.
Right.
But just like insulin,
Right.
your body becomes resistant to insulin.
Yes.
Okay. Well, your body becomes resistant to this hormone also.
Right.
So what happens is, because your body has built resistance to it, you don't get the message. By allowing your body to go hungry for more than 16 hours, your body becomes more sensitive to the hormone. All of a sudden, you don't need as much food to satisfy yourself.
Wow.
All of a sudden, you find yourself going through the whole day without eating.
Wow.
I mean, personally, I eat once. Sometimes I will eat twice a day.
Right.
But most of the time, I will only have dinner. I go through my whole day, just a nice cup of coffee.
Right.
And I feel like $1 million.
Wow.
Now, I'm not saying that's the way I always eat,
Right.
but because by the way, I don't believe in perfection either.
Okay.
Perfection is terrible.
That's a good thing.
Besides, I'd be a hypocrite because, I love my devil dog. Okay, and I like my chocolate chip ahoy. And I do have them once in a while. And nothing wrong with having some junk food once in a while.
Right.
Because the fact is,
Right.
junk food is here to stay.
Right, exactly.
Are you willing to give up your chocolate?
Right. No, probably not.
And me neither.
Yeah.
But as a matter of fact, the way I teach about junk food, I always tell my clients, make junk food special.
Right, exactly.
So have it on a special occasion. Have
Yeah.
it on the weekend.
No, it's true.
And what you're going to find is by making it special, it's easier to resist. All of a sudden, it loses the power over you because knowing that you can have it every weekend if you want to,
Right.
all of a sudden, it doesn't become a big deal.
Now, and I also read too that if you feel guilty and you're stressed about eating that chocolate cake, the chemicals released in that, being stressed out about it, actually impede the metabolism of the chocolate. Like, it's actually bad. How can I explain but it's actually detrimental, or the stress hormones released make it turn into fat or make it worse than it really would be if you were just relaxed about it. Like you were saying, the digestion. When I saw your talk, you were saying how you eat in Greece, you eat a meal and you rest, and that's all part of the digestion. You have to be relaxed to digest your food, and it's almost like if you enjoy that piece of cake, you're relaxed and you can digest it better.
No, there's a lot of truth to it.
Yeah.
Also, it's in human nature to want what we cannot have. So all of a sudden, if I tell you, no more chocolate cake for you, it's all of a sudden you want it even more.
Yes.
And by giving yourself permission to have it, all of a sudden it's not as a big deal anymore. Yes, trust me, I mean, I do like my chocolate
Right.
cake.
No, it's true.
And I do have it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel guilty about it.
Yep.
And I always tell my clients, what is the point of having the chocolate cake every day and then feel guilty about it?
Right.
Why don't you make it special, have it once in a while,
Right, exactly.
and enjoy it guilt-free?
Yes.
But the point you were bringing about digestion,
Right.
because I know there's another thing they tell you here that, make sure that, you don't eat late at night.
Right,
don't
right.
eat and go to sleep.
No, it's true. And
like,
breakfast,
yeah.
first meal of the day, but most important meal of the day. Yeah.
My question to that is, have they studied digestion?
Probably not. Yeah.
If you look at digestion, this is nothing controversial about this.
Right.
Look at
True.
every healthy region on the earth.
Right.
They eat their main meal
Meal.
at a time they can rest afterwards.
Exactly.
In Greece, we had a big lunch,
Yep.
but we had a 3-hour lunch break. Do you
In
get 3-hour
Italy
lunch break
too.
at work?
No. Yeah.
In the villages, I mean,
Right.
you're
In
right.
Europe,
Italy
yeah,
too.
yeah.
A lot of countries do this.
Yes.
In the villages, when my mother was raised,
Right.
they had a small lunch
Right.
and dinner.
Dinner.
Why? Because in the villages, they worked during the day.
Right,
In
right.
the fields.
Oh,
So
okay.
dinner became their main meal.
Right.
Look at every animal that eats of any significance. What does it do after eating?
Yeah.
It sleeps or rests.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Because if you look at how the body digests food, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The body needs to rest after digestion so you can digest the food properly. If you eat like that, they're asking us here to eat a big breakfast. You should eat like a king in the morning.
Right. Right.
Well, do you rest afterwards?
No.
Do you have a stress-free job?
No.
The fact is, what you mentioned before,
Right.
stress affects digestion
Yes. Yeah.
too. So to me, I get up in the morning. Actually, I have a glass of water.
Right.
I have my coffee a little bit later in the morning, and that's it. Most of the days, I go through my whole day without eating anything. I feel like $1 million, by the way.
Right, right.
Don't have a low. There's no lows during the day.
Wow.
I get my workouts done,
Yeah.
and I go home. Am I hungry at night? Absolutely, I'm
Like,
hungry.
Yeah.
I eat. But I also told myself to eat slow and mindful. As a matter of fact, I'm working with Nogata College on a documentary.
Right.
Should be coming out sometime in the next few months.
Okay.
I would say mid 2015.
Okay.
And I talk about my whole philosophy on how to lose weight so the weight stays off.
Off. Right. Yes. Okay.
Because unfortunately, with the current methods of weight loss,
Right.
people gain the weight back.
Of course. Yeah.
And to me, the answer the reason's so obvious.
No, I know. It's like artificial. You have shakes and powders, and it's not even real food, Yeah.
Because none of the programs really help you change behavior.
Right.
Actually, I always tell my clients too when they first come in, I said, nobody has a weight problem.
Right.
You don't have a weight problem. What you have is a habit problem.
Right.
The weight is only a side effect.
Symptom, yeah.
It's a symptom, basically.
Yeah. Side effect symptom. Yeah.
So if you're focusing on the symptom,
Right.
you're not focusing on the problem.
It's right. It's the root cause you have to focus on.
Exactly. And the root
Right.
cause is our behavior.
Right.
And the only way you can change behavior
Right.
is to change one at a time. Because remember, if you make too many changes in your life all at once,
Right.
what's going to happen is
Right.
you're going to end up burning out.
Right. Exactly.
Because that
Right.
change
Right.
gets you so far outside your comfort zone that it takes a lot of will to
Right.
stick with it. And unfortunately, will is something that we all have, but in limited amounts. You can only will yourself to do something you don't enjoy for so long. Unless, of course, you're getting millions of dollars.
Right.
Then different story. Then you have your motivation constantly. Athletes, right? The workouts are insane,
Right.
but different goals. And I
Right.
see a lot of individuals that look at athletes' workouts and like, oh, I want to do that.
Right.
Impossible.
Right.
Number one, athletes in a great shape.
Right.
Number two, different motivation.
Right. Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Right.
And number three, exercising like an athlete is not necessarily healthy.
Right.
Okay? Because training for fitness and training for health, two different things.
Interesting.
To me, if you're training for health,
Right.
walking, eating well,
Right.
eating only when hungry, will get you there.
Right.
You never have to run.
Wow.
If you're training to run the next marathon
Right. Right.
or join the next Olympics, again, different story.
Right. Right. Right.
But the fact is, exercising too hard
Right.
it's almost as bad as not exercising enough.
Right.
And that's what I've seen with a lot of people. They're exercising so hard that they end up injuring themselves.
No,
All
it's
the
true.
clients, all the people that I know
Right.
that used to be athletes,
Right.
they're all suffering from some kind of injury.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, I don't want that.
Right. Of course.
I don't exercise to join the next Olympics.
Right.
Exercise because they want to be in good shape. And I think most people in America, they want to exercise and eat right to enjoy a good, long, healthy life.
Lives, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Now, in this Naugatuck study, you had said that you actually ate McDonald's and ate anything and were still improved that,
part of the documentary which we're doing was back in 2011, I did an experiment similar to Mr. Spurlock, the Super Size Me.
Right.
Mr. Spurlock, he went to McDonald's for 1 month.
Right.
And everybody knows what happened to him. He gained weight.
Right, his cholesterol levels went up.
His cholesterol went up. I did a similar experiment, and I went to McDonald's for 2 months.
Wow.
Okay, and I ate same food. Big Macs, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And I did my blood work before and after. Mm-hmm. My workouts stayed the same, which, by the way, my workouts are not that long.
Right.
Again, I don't believe in hard, long workouts.
Right.
And what happened to me was nothing.
Wow.
My weight stayed the same. It went down 3 pounds, but that's insignificant. My cholesterol actually went down a little bit. Eating the same food as Mr. Spurlock. The difference was, though, I ate only when I was hungry.
Right.
I ate slow and mindful, and I stopped eating when I satisfied my hunger. And I covered this experiment in the documentary that's coming out. But amazing that I was eating the same food, because the point I was trying to make was not that McDonald's is good or bad, but the point I was trying to make is you can be eating food that's maybe not as good for you, but if you're paying attention to your body, your body can better handle it.
No, it's true. And like you said, if you let your body go hungry, or these leptins that your body is able to tell when it is hungry. But if we're constantly eating, we don't get that sense.
Exactly.
The chemical isn't released to tell us, okay, you're not hungry.
Well, the chemical is released, the hormone is released, but the brain is not registering it.
Oh, okay.
So, and that is the issue I think that we have, is that number one, too much change. If we want to sum up the biggest problems that we have in this industry is too much change, too fast. And unfortunately, that is the issue why we're failing.
Right. Well, that's about the time that we have for our show today. And thank you so much for joining us. I find the subject very fascinating, and I would love to have you back again, and we'll continue this discussion.
Sounds great.
Thanks for joining us on Progressive Soup. I'm Emily Valpentessa, your host, and our guest, Stavros Mastrogiannis, a specialist in sustainable weight loss. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.